Hello, football enthusiasts and Manchester United faithfuls. Please gather here. Ayden Heaven has broken the silence. This is what he wrote in one of his social media accounts yesterday. He said, "Thank you guys for all the support. I've read all your messages and I'm doing really well and recovering fast." This is a good sign. This is a good thing. We just wanted to hear from him. Need I remind us that Ayden Heaven was stretched out in the game against Leicester at King Power Stadium just few minutes into the second half. He started shouting and holding his ankle when he had a collision with one of the West Ham defenders. So since then, he left the pitch with a protective boot in his left ankle. So everybody was concerned. So people like us, we went to his social media account to ask after his well-being, to see if we could get one or two hints about the extent of the injury. Then of course he came up with this to tell us to to be calm. So I decided to bring it up here too, for us to see that our boy is doing pretty well. And of course, there is no official announcement from Manchester United's corner, from their media, but the reports we are getting or gathering is that Amorim will address us next week, maybe later next week, for the game against Nottingham Forest. So maybe from there we'll get an idea of the extent of the injury that Ayden Heaven got from that game against Leicester. This boy, I brought his I created something about him and trying to differentiate himself and Lisandro Martinez. My followers were divided among each other, but the truth is, in all round quality, you cannot compare the little boy with Lisandro. Lisandro has been there for a couple of years, and of course we know he's a World Cup winner, and of course he's won many titles for himself. Nonetheless, Ayden Heaven has a totally different quality that stands out, many quality that stand out, that favors him or favor him more than Licha in this our present system. Of course, every coach with their demands, but for me, preferably, I prefer this boy because of what he brings into the team. Now, we have different types of defenders, all right? Now, let me just start with the qualities of Licha. Licha is a clearer, is a sweeper. We have different types of defender. He's a sweeper, while Ayden Heaven is a blocker. You understand? A blocker is that person that can block a shot. That is why anytime they want to take, the opponent is trying to take a bullet, you see him put all his body and make himself big and put all his body to it. Licha is not known for that. Licha can sweep. That last ball, if you try to push Licha, he has the power, he has the strength to go after you and sweep. And all those kind of goal line clearance, Licha can do that, but Ayden cannot do that. Now, for Ayden was signed from West Ham. Arsenal signed him from West Ham. He was in West Ham Academy from 2015 to 19 before Arsenal saw him and snapped him, because he had that kind of culture that Arsenal likes, which is the culture that Arsene Wenger brought into the team, the Arsenal team, in 1996 before he left 2018. So they were trying to follow that same culture. That's the same culture Manchester United wanted to do when Sir Alex Ferguson left. They wanted somebody who has that same direct play like Sir Alex Ferguson. Hence, they went to bring David Moyes, that became a failed project. So they saw this boy. They knew that he had that strength. I mean, he had their touch that they are famed for, the academy player. So they snapped him. Now, this Ayden Heaven, for this system, is a progressor. Licha is not a progressor. The progressor is that defender among the three center backs that moves the ball, that starts the build up, that starts that play. Now, what progressor also does is that there is something Licha cannot do that this boy can do. I'm not saying he's a better player than Licha. I'm just telling you tactically. This boy, there is what we call triangulation. Triangulation is when you have three defenders, forming a triangle and knocking the ball around while the presser will be pressing. We call it triangulation, or you call it third man play. Licha cannot do that. Ayden can do that comfortably with a one touch, just pam, pam, pam. We call it triangulation or third man play. All these are the quality that make him stand out. Hence, I said in this system, he is better. But if you go for a 4-4-2 system, Licha will be preferable because he is a sweeper. So that is the difference between two of them. I just hope I'm able to say something that is clear enough for you to know the difference between the body. All-round quality of both of them. Licha is a better player. This is your boy, of course, Mr. Elvis.